Hello there and welcome to my channel. It's a good afternoon from Kate in the Nest and I am excited that you're here with me. I hope the weather is being kind to you. We're getting hot in Australia and today and yesterday certainly are starting to feel like summer. So I'm in the groove for hot colours. I know my UK friends, particularly in the States, are telling me they may even get snow in the in the next couple of days. So I suppose orange and these warm colours can suit whichever, wherever we are. Now, I think I showed you this kit a little while ago because I brought it home from the green door, as I cannot help myself. It's a Green Door Studio and Store vintage mixed textile pack. I was originally going to give it as a pack to a friend who doesn't stitch, but I've changed my mind, as is my that's my mind. I'm going to see if I can make it up and give it as a little gift, and then hook. I have in mind what else I'm going to buy for her. So underneath it, I've got some. I've been in conversation with the lovely Rachel, who lives in Melbourne, who is lucky enough to have been to Little Woolies, and she's just sent me some photos of her little woolly wool stash. Now, a number of you of my new subbies are starting out. So this is 4-ply wool. It is variegated, and I use, basically, I just, Fleur Wood says chenille needles. I use chenille. She said from 18 to 22. I get mixed up, but I like the ones with thick, easy to thread. But the beauty of this kit is that everything you could ever want is in there. So I thought we'd do a little bit of a challenge. This is the kit. It's got all my favorite things in it. Zoe has these in her store at the moment, and we've been talking because a number of you have said, can you get them online? Zoe's going to go online in 2025, and I'll make sure I let you know about that, because we all want a piece of these kits. So this is me sharing the joy, and as I said, I've got these wools here because they're complementary and I love using them so much. So let's discover and challenge ourselves to a make. Now, this is what I love most. Here's one of the famous needle threaders. I'm going to put it way over there so I don't lose it. I still could lose it. A little piece of beautiful crochet work in my favorite ecru colors. So the other thing that I'm making is my little drawstring pouches, and I'm going to put trinkets and treasures in them, I've decided, thanks to my friends Carol and Sandra, who've been helping me workshops and things. And I want to have a bag and then have some things like this and other bits of my vintage lace and all of those treasures in there, so that I'll explain that, but I'm just loving these treasures because I think we all do. Zoe stamps, and Zoe is the host of Green Door, if you the owner and amazing person. She stamps these, so I love that. We've got, here are the Indeed needles, and I think this one's even like a beading needle, it could be, and there we are, straight, useful on a piece of wool, some variety of threads, which I love. This is looks like DMC stranded, this is a woolly yellow, and this is a tapestry. So beautiful colors. Kate's feeling very cheery. We have some buttons, which I still haven't used much of yet, but I want to. I will get there. Look at that. So vintage textiles and a mixture of things. There's another stamp, beautiful whole piece. of embroidery. I've used some of this in another one of my pieces that you will have seen, because often you get sets. I'm attracted very much to this as a focal point. This lovely, rich, thicker. Oh, now we're getting into fun territories when I start to think. So what Zoe has cleverly done, and this is what I'm playing with more and more, because I've been speaking to you about resources and supplementing them. So these are different textiles in these complementary colors. And we don't need yards and yards of them, do we? Or meters and meters. See, I'm trying to be international in my measurements. Okay, those. Oh, a little bit of trim here. Another little bit that's been cut a little bit wider. That could be and ribbon. And my favorite of all things, a blanket. So I am just going to do a make with these. And as you know, I'm in a bit of I can't get myself off pouches or purses, and I think this actually fits itself well to being a little pouch like that. So proportions are, I like to leave this end showing, so that to finish it off it might have that ribbon, or something like this, or I might have to reach for one of my favorite dangles. Which I'm going to do right now because I've got them right beside me and they're from Zoe. But, you know, I think we all develop our own style. I won't get too carried away. Let's just stick, Kate, stick with the rules that you made up. All right, so that's going to be the front. Oh, and I haven't used, is this rickrack? Wouldn't that be lovely on here? Somehow. All right, so I've used up a lot of pins in the last few days. Luckily in my tidying I came across these. I can't remember ever buying them, but they've got flowers on them. Actually, I haven't even checked. Can you see everything? Yeah. I haven't asked how you are. I apologise for that. Just the excitement taking over. I'll put them, oh, these are very sharp ones, I can tell. All right, let's just pin that on there so I know that that's going to be the front. Meaning that, I don't know the funny words for them, that. And then that means that we can embellish this and the side around. So let's just have a little play, Kate style. I've had such lovely messages back about my tea towel making, and I'm really enjoying that little clutch. So I will be back in a while, not today, to show you where that's ended up already. I couldn't stop. I don't think I've used spots before, so that's going to be pretty bold. So I've been thinking about gifting is probably what's caused me to open this, because I bought it as a gift. But I think I have been conscious that more and more of us want to start slow stitching, and the more I consider that I had absolutely nothing 6 months ago in terms of everyday things that I'm making with now. I did have some that I would never have touched, like generational, but I have now become an op shopper, looker-outerer for bits and pieces, and I think I'm just loving the idea that a kit can take out the where do I start question. And I know a lot of you have Etsy stores yourselves and sell kits, so it's really a plug for, oh, I forgot, hang on. We've got the pièce de résistance. My rule is always to have something under the fingers, and I'm right-handed, so it's always my right-hand thumb. So I'm going to change this around for a minute. I'm going to think about having that daisy down there. This needs to go on something. But no. I'm a stay with your gut. I already felt a sense of unease then. I'm thinking, what are you doing, Kate? So let's come back here. We can make this work in another way. And it may be that we follow the rules that I made up for myself. Well, I got it from Judy. Judy said flower to flower, and now on my big quilt I go, in the garden, leaf to leaf, flower to flower, and that way you get it all happening. All right, so I've got this little piece, and so decisions we could be making is, who is this for? Are they a bold and colourful person? And again, the size of this blanket is just, that's doable in a short time. So we'll work the diagonals. And the simple rules of collage, that we don't have everything lining up. So I'm sort of doing some base. So I said orange in the beginning, didn't I? Let's have a look at this beautiful textile. Okay. I'm starting with this little bit. her there for a moment. All my favourite things. Some beautiful flowers. There's crochet edging. The green goes with the green. We've got these pinks here. We can come back a little while. That's a real Zozo, I can tell. So that might go there. So it's Saturday afternoon here, which is playtime. Groceries done. Had some visitors this morning. Son's away for the weekend, so a little bit more time to... Oh, yeah, I can see everyone. Sorry about that. Like, did you watch what I was doing? I can't even remember. My mind was just going off. I'll put that there. I will get to some stitching. All right, now we pretend, well, we don't pretend, this is the real back. Let's see, I love that orange up there. We've got a little bit more of this. I think we'll use this complementary bit, and then there's still plenty to use on other pieces. So that's going to be bottom left. So it could live up here with this one, like that. This one pulls it all together very beautifully, but I'm feeling that's for another time, which leaves me with this one. We've got all sorts of, in fact we're going to do that right now as well. And the dragonfly is going to go on the front somewhere. Okay, let's get stitching. I have my, okay, now I actually want to save these bigger ones for real feature. So to get it together, I am going to use this lovely wool. This is the spinning right round. You know, it's so funny that, it is so funny, except when Kate can't thread the needle and she forgets to use the needle opener. I was just moving things around before I turned the camera on. And I've just realized that what I've instinctively done is over here, this is my pouch that I took to San Diego with me, and this is the leftover material of the outfit that I'm wearing that I presented in. So nothing, I had to get it altered, and there is the actual pattern. I even thought there was a green stripe a minute ago. So never waste anything. But isn't it funny? It's sort of, it may not be funny for you, but it is funny for me. All right. had a lovely talk to my mum this morning, and she said that she'd watched my video about the tea towels, and it brought back memories of in the day, if they travelled as a family, or we travelled as a family, you would collect tea towels, and that the thing that stopped it happening was dishwashers coming along. And again, I had never thought of that, but again, it was a great conversation starter. Our friend Vicky has commented. I haven't answered any comments today yet, but I read them all. You need to know that, and absorb the thoughts. Vicky was saying that when she was little, her mum made her a dress called a muumuu of 2 tea towels back to back. And how cute. That just made me smile. So I do think that's a lovely thing in this community, that when we watch each other, that it sparks memories. And Mum, yeah, I was just listening to Mum reminisce, and she said, yeah, I threw them all away. Well, she didn't throw them, she gave them to I think she said the church op shop many, many years ago. But you can still buy tea towels. So I said to her, but Mum, they're pure linen, they're absolutely glorious. And she said, yes, that's what we used to buy and use. So there's a little mini history lesson. So this is the basic stitching. It's just going to go across the top. That may remain visible or it may not. Let's get this piece down here. So it's always the same principles for me, like adore and use these holes in the crochet, honor the maker as we stitch, and give them a new life. Go there. Now let's follow this over here. And let's do a bit of a few layers to get through. Visible stitches in this corner. And now the other thing I've done, I was just thinking about if everyone's run to find their tea towels, which you don't have to, or run to find a slow stitch kit. I think I shared that the lovely Terry from the US, and a few people here in Australia, and some of my friends, as they call themselves, across the ditch. We've all, started connecting more and more, and Terry said, why don't you start a Facebook page? So I've done that today. It has no people on it. It just has me. And a lot of ads just suddenly appeared. But what I'm hoping is, can you please have an experiment and see if you can join my page or post on my page? And I don't know whether I've got to send you an invite or you've got to request it. I do not know how it all works, and that is genuine. So I would love for us to have a play around this week with that, because I'm going to list some stuff by the end of next week. And I really, just really, in this time where lots of us maybe have some special family time, that we can share our stitching and what we're making. We can have our cupcake pin cushions, our, whatever you like, your pouches of joy, your project pouches, anything that, and I suppose it's, as I said last night, it's nothing other than me responding to people who would love to show me what they're buying or discovering in the op shops. Who was it? Oh, lovely Kate, Flora Kate, has just sent me some photos that she found at the op shop this morning. Oh, I think she scored an absolute treasure trove. Okay, you can see I'm going over the same thing because I want to start embellishing more, and I need to think about what goes next, but because I've still got space, I can't settle. Let's put a little bit of that there. I don't want it to cover that flower, but it can come just to there. Yep, so that unites the front with the back. And you have to always remember that's going to need to curve. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, fold over. Okay, that's the bit. That will end up somewhere, but not sure yet. All right. Let's do, okay, now this is what I call the efficient approach. I've got the ribbon pin there, and I've got these here, and I like, and again, you know me by now, you don't have to make yours rough. My mother-in-law was here this morning, and she was having a look at one of my little drawstring bags, and she said, now Kate, are you going to let those bits just hang off like that? And it was so cute because she's learned that my my style is not neat. And I said, no, I will actually what's the word? Cut them off. All right, so Kate's stretching to do things she didn't plan, because I did have a lovely perle thread like this. I'm being naughty opening another one, but that's YouTube pressure, because this is a nice thing to stitch with. Oh gosh, take it out of sight. Goodness me, that was a bad one. I can't get any long lengths out of it. Thinking about counting how many needles I need around me, because I can remember. So I really hope you're doing well. This is the part of the video where I'd love you to start chatting to me and telling me about your day, because I get sick of hearing my own voice. I could, something's making me want to blanket stitch that, but I won't do it yet. I'll do it on as separate layers. And this could very well come out very wonky on the other side, but we're going to put something over this ribbon on the inside. Oh gosh. Okay, we have to consider that that ribbon is now down and doesn't need to be poking into my hand. They're very, very sharp. They're not meant to be used, I imagine, for what I'm using them for. There we go, we've got very big wonky stitches there, but they will be covered. Oops, I don't like that. Let's pull that out. Okay, while I've got this on, I was just thinking as I was stitching about this little stamp. I was thinking an example, as I've always said, on how not to fussy cut, and particularly circles. But this is where we can embellish this stamp. So I'm just going to get it down, and then later I'll come and satin stitch and not like a thread paint, but cover in the edge. Not the most exciting stitching today. In fact, mine never is, but hopefully the colour and the inspiration is there for you to go gather some things. Now if you're stuck, just give yourself a colour, because really this kit was orange and that's inspired everything that I've done so far. Okay, so that's the back. This is the front. It's going to need stitching and embroidering. I just want to pin that there a little bit more. And let's look at what else we've got in the kit. We've got some buttons. Not quite yet. Or is this the place? I keep wanting to go up there, but I want to embellish that yellow flower. Make it thread painted. If I had I'll come back to that. I've also got this little dragonfly that could be near the flowers and the leaves. I'm going to stand up because often you can't even see what I'm doing. It's the beautiful Australian sunlight. I want to do those leaves. I might put some green in a minute. I've still got something to, oh yeah, I've got this one, haven't I? Oh yes. That perfectly fills that gap in. And where's my, just the diamond shape that I'm not quite sure where I echo the shape yet. Or it could be right on the front. Have I used everything? Oh, I've still got these little flowers. That could be part of this garden, okay. I am having to go very close to that leaf. So many hours of fun ahead out of this sewing kit, slow stitch kit, and then hours and hours of usage. Okay, so I've got those flowers there, and so I'm thinking this now looks like that is part of that flower. I'm hoping you see that. Now, could I be a bit daring and add some contrast in? I've been using this one, using this one. I feel like some pink, seeming unusual. Yeah, I think we'll try this. start at the end. Yep. We'll use Zoe's needle. Okay, we'll learn to put that needle up there. That's why I love that this threader is something on the end of it. Remember, I love the one that I put the bell on. I might put that on here as well. And then we might add some flowers. Oh, she says as it all falls away. I'm going to pin that one over there. You've never seen me use so many pins. Which increases the ouch factor. Alright, let's use this pink. Same old. And I suppose for our new slow stitchers who want to start out, I'm trying to show that really you can just need, like, what if I stitch with, and I know that's probably pretty boring to wonderful stitches, but use running. You can make back stitch, and you use blanket stitch, which can do all sorts of wonderful things, and then a chain stitch, and you're on your way. Because then there's all the variations like seed stitch, which we might do some of now. Which I adore doing now. Just as a filler. And then because this is wool, let's do our, again, my favourite. I either like flowers that are, if I'm not thread painting, flowers that are the lazy daisies or the wagon wheels. So let's do one of those for a bit of texture. 1, 2, 3. Oh. I was just thinking about show bloopers, so could be a soundtrack. There's pins everywhere. Okay, there's our spokes. Oh, except I haven't done enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 5. Come back up in here. It's under, over, under. Over, under. Oops. See, I start to go too fast. Yep. Let's undo that. Showing off, Kate. So, under, over, under. Over, under. under. Done it again. This one's too close together. I hope you can hear the birds. They're very happy. Okay, so there we are. We've got a little unexpected fluoro flower. Usually I do 3 or 5, but in this case, because there's those 2, that becomes the 3rd. So let's go under. Much cotton, I haven't got much left. So we'll just do an extra. An extra row of in here. Well, in fact, I should be cantering, but I will actually. So we'll go back. Fill in a few more stitches. That way it doesn't waste the thread and it all matches. Take that one out. There we go. Just keep adjusting these layers. Okay, I think that you've probably got the hang. Let's just have a little bit of a play to finish off with our little tiny, look at this, it could just go in your handbag or in your basket. See, I often flip, and that tells me I need more colour. Over there, I need to work on this little white edge and make something bold there. I mean, who really needs another pin? So my biggest challenge now is which project am I going to work on? Will I go back to my tea towels or continue on this? I promise to show you at some point. Oh, I love liking this. Remember the zigzag? That might end up there. Let's put that over those stitching. I don't usually deal with trimmers that skinny. So you get the idea. We've got places where this probably go on the back, I'd say. Right there, we've still got this, plenty, we've got Zozos, all sorts of things to do. So there you are. I want to say just happy stitching, and be on the lookout if you're lucky enough to go to Green Door, And as Zoe is going to start an online store in 2025, so that will be great access for those of you who can't get them at the moment. But there we go. I hope you've enjoyed that. I realise I haven't got any spots on the front. Aha. So again, that's another reason why I don't race in and sew everything down first. Always leave a opportunity to tuck something in. And I must do some beading. Anyway, I'll stop now. I hope that you have enjoyed stitching along with me. As I said, the inspiration was this vintage mixed textile pack, and the inspiration for all of us is that you don't have to have everything vintage and old. Mix what you've got and look what comes out. So from now until next time, see, I can't stop. So much fun. This is Kate in the Nest saying bye. Bye.